Hi, I'm Marjorie Mae. Welcome to Mae's Healing Rooms. I'm glad you stopped by to find out what it's all about. It's all about finding health, because I hear people say today they are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I understand that because that's where I came from. A few years ago, I was working hard and pushing at both ends like a lot of people are today until I crashed. And when I crashed, it was accumulation of many years of antibiotics and ignoring things that had gone on in my life. I was diagnosed with systemic yeast infection, candida. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And anybody out there dealing with Crohn's, irritable bowel, any issues like that know how miserable that is. The pain and the uncomfortableness and the inability to eat. I was diagnosed with liver failure, kidney failure, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, hurting all over, allergies, every allergy there was. And so at that time I needed to leave my home in Minnesota and move to Arizona because they didn't know what to do for me anymore. There was nothing the regular medical profession could do. So I moved to Arizona, left our home and family and everything behind. My husband and I went to Arizona, which started me on a journey to discover how to be able to survive in this world. I had dropped to the point of not being able to even tolerate a house, so I lived out in the desert in Arizona, close to Chino Valley, in a porcelain trailer for a period of time. I also lived for a period of time in my car because it was the only thing I could tolerate. Well, you get pretty low and pretty burned out, but I started to study hard and learn how to be able to eat again. I had dropped down to 82 pounds. I was only able to tolerate a little bit of squash and a little bit of turkey. Every other food was off my diet. That's pretty unhealthy and pretty limited. So you know, coming from there, I know what that feels like, the desperate hopelessness. And I wondered, is there a way out of this? And yes, there is. And that's what I come to tell you. There is a way out. Don't give up. There is hope. I don't care how bad you are feeling. Your body is designed to turn it around. I started to study all the alternative modalities, but more than anything, food. And so I have become a health coach, and I have coached many, many people and watched them very happily turn their health around. It is never too late. Do not ever give up. There is restoration for your body. You can gain it back. You are designed to self-heal. And that's what I want to talk about each time that you come to Mae's Healing Rooms. And I talk about that extensively in my book, Consider Your Ways. And the reason that that title is there, it is right out of Scripture, and it also is calling on you to consider your ways. Consider what you're doing. Think about how you're eating, what you're doing, because I know firsthand when you ignore it, you will crash. We all crash in a different way. Things that manifest in our body. How it manifested for me was one way, and how desperate I became, and how homeless I was, and now being able to be in Mae's Healing Rooms. As you can see behind me, I'm standing in the kitchen. And the reason I'm doing that is because each time that I come to talk to you, we're going to be talking about food. Because food, the diet is what steals your health, but the diet restores it also. And that's how I want to encourage you, that there is restoration healing. And we're going to talk about all of the recipes that I developed that I had to learn to eat in order to be able to heal my intestines. I no longer have Crohn's. I have perfectly functioning bowels and intestines. I do not have fibromyalgia. I take care of my house myself. I do all my cooking. I coach people. And so I want to encourage you. You can heal. It can get better. It is not hopeless. It's never ever too late. In my book, Consider Your Ways, Discover Your Health Potential. That is it. Discover your health potential. You have tremendous potential for health. Do you have children with asthma? You need the book to see all the different things that are causing it, all the things that we do to tear our health down. And they're very simple, to turn everything around. For years, I counseled moms and children, preschoolers, through the Head Start program, and I traveled with the Head Start program from coast to coast. I was privileged at one point to be seeing a mom with her 4-year-old child. And I came into the home because they thought he was developing asthma and he had behavior problems and all these things. But when I came into the home, she was holding a 3-week-old infant. This infant was laying on her chest, just stuffy, lifeless, listless. She was scared to death. She'd taken him to the doctor to rule out pneumonia or any other illnesses, and that was all ruled out. But she didn't know what to do. And as I observed her, she was just a beautiful young mom. But she had 40 pounds of industrial strength chemicals on. What I mean by that is hairspray, makeup, cream rinse, perfume, fabric softeners, scented laundry detergents, baby lotions. And I said, what are you willing to do for your child? And she said, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. I said, okay, for 1 week. No cream rinse, no hair dye, no hairspray, no makeup, no perfume, no scented products at all, no fabric softener, no scented laundry detergents, no air fresheners in the home. And she was, ah! I said, well, what are you willing to do? You said you were willing to do anything. I am, I'll do it. So she did it. When I saw her at our appointment the following week, there was a 4-week-old infant sitting on her lap, his eyes bright, his nose cleared, the snot was not running anymore, and he was alert. She said, I was killing my baby. And I said, well, you didn't know it, but the chemicals that you were using on his body were causing him health problems. And a bonus was the 4-year-old that they thought was developing asthma no longer had the raspy clearing in his throat and breathing. It had disappeared because the chemicals were removed from his environment. From there, we were able to look at how it had affected his behaviors and everything else. So the book really takes you into dealing with children's behaviors, adult behavior, and elderly, what's happening with them. But it gives you step by step. Each healing room will take you through one area that you can change to create better health for you. So I'm excited. I am so excited. I can't tell you excited how good it feels to be where I am, having come from feeling so completely desperate. Like, is there any hope? Can it ever change? And I'm here to tell you, never give up, never give up. I want you to see the word right here, restoration. There is restoration for your body. There is. You are not forgotten. Your body can be restored, and I want to encourage you to continue to search for that, to come back, and we'll talk about it. And I want to show you recipes. I have a recipe book written. These recipes are like no other. They're totally gluten-free and totally wheat-free. Of course, that's not only good for celiacs and autistic children and ADD children, but it's good for a big share of people that don't realize that they're having problems with those foods. So I want to talk about it. I want to just show you some exciting, fun ways to change your health. You can be responsible for your health. We'll see you another day.